This will be the last of my video messages to the Diocese of Leicester, at least for the next few weeks. I may look to start them again in September, but for August I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and I hope that you too will get some rest and some refreshments during this period. I've enjoyed doing these video messages, particularly interviewing different people and hearing their stories, and I hope they've been of some use to you in helping you feel connected with the wider diocese. So today in this final message, just two thoughts that I want to leave with you. The first is to say a big thank you to everybody who took part in the Together in Hope campaign over the last week or so. It was wonderful to see so many positive stories being shared about a life in this city and this county. Some people sharing poetry, some stories, some pictures, all sorts of creative responses, sharing not just the successes of our city, the football or the reinterment of King Richard III, but also indeed being honest about some of the challenges that we face as well. And that's why I want to say today that alongside the social media campaign of Together in Hope, we are working, often behind the scenes, but we are working to address some of the challenges that we do face within our city and our county. I'm deeply grateful in particular to Alison Adams, who is our Social Responsibility Officer and who's taken a lead role not only in instigating the Homelessness Charter from 2 years ago, which we've been a key partner in and which has made a real difference to the lives of people who've been experiencing homelessness in this city. But she's also led on work around financial inclusion and debts relief, and then more recently has been part of a group of people all working together on modern slavery. There is a partnership of people across the city who are looking to address issues around modern slavery, people who are trapped in situations that they can't escape from, where they are often treated very poorly. We know that's a reality in our society today, not just in Leicester, but more widely around the country. And we are determined to be a part of a broad coalition of people seeking to address those issues. We can't do it on our own, but we can work in partnership with others. And the Church has a very significant part to play in all of that. So we go on celebrating Together in Hope as we also work together for renewal within our city and our county. And that leads me on then to my second point, which is to say that in the coming weeks, we will also be starting some particular work to seek to learn the lessons of this pandemic and this lockdown period, particularly for the Church in this part of the world. We're going to call this Shaped by God Together, because it's my belief that actually God has been reshaping the Church during this period. There's been a sense in which, as so much has been stripped away, we've been taken back to our core, our life of prayer, our life rooted in the Bible and seeking to hear God's voice today, our life serving those around us in our neighbourhoods and our communities, and in particular those who are most vulnerable. This is the core of who we are, and that remains unchanged. But we are going to have to think a lot about how that is expressed in this new world which we are entering now. And that's why Shaped by God Together will not only seek to draw together the lessons that we've been learning over this period, but will be an opportunity for everybody, people of all backgrounds, all ages, whatever circumstances in life, we hope, to tell their story and to share something of what they have been learning, particularly about everyday faith, their everyday life of prayer, everyday action, everyday witness. And then as we share those stories together, so we hope that will generate some insights as to what the Church is going to need to look like in the coming days. We know we've got some big questions again to answer, some challenges that we are facing, both financially and in terms of care of our building and in terms of our ministry within the Church. So as we share stories together through the autumn, we hope then that will lead to some clear decisions that we'll need to make, probably next year, about a new shape to the life of the Diocese of Leicester. We are really keen that everybody is involved in that process. which is why in the coming weeks there will be letters going out and there will be invitations again on social media to be taking part in all of this. I remain deeply, deeply grateful to each and every person across this whole area who has played their part in the life of the Church of England in Leicester and Leicestershire. I know this has been a deeply challenging time for many people, but I am also confident not only that God is with us in the midst of all of this, but also that God will lead us to green pastures, a place of rest, a place where we can enjoy the life in all its fullness that Jesus Christ came to bring. So thank you for what you've been doing, and may God richly bless you and those you love at this time.